Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about cloud functions and how you can use cloud functions inside Flow. So let's dive into it. Okay, so before we begin, actually, let's talk about the settings and how you need to set up your environment in order to use cloud functions. So first of all, this is my demo project. It's called beta project. Of course, switch to your project, wherever your project is, inside Firebase, and then click on functions. Enable functions if you already haven't done that. And then it's very important to actually, you don't see it right now probably because of me, but it's over here, and it's you need to change your plan to bronze, and it should say bronze pay as you go. And of course you can modify it, and just click on this plan, bronze pay as you go, because if you are not on this plan, cloud functions will not actually work inside Firebase. And then also one more thing, there are some when you have your project in Flow, there are some custom um, custom functions or cloud functions that are actually created for you automatically. So first of all, let me explain you what are those. So you have add FCM token. This is a cloud function from Flow, which is actually adding the FCM token every time there is a new register in your device. So after that, it's using automatically this token to send a push notification. So this is very important cloud function. So never delete it, because if you delete it, there is no way you will able to create it. Then we have FF private API call. This is every time when you create a private API call in Flow, it's actually using this cloud function in order to make the API call private. So what I mean by that is that if you go over here to your Flow application, if you go to advanced settings, and this is the check, make private. So when you check it, it says over here, this will route this API call securely via a cloud function. And this is actually the cloud function they're talking about. So don't delete this as well. Don't delete it, or else it will not work. And then we have on user deleted, and this is another cloud function. The idea of this cloud function is actually to delete every single collection that the user has reference to. I haven't tried that, to be honest, so I cannot confirm if this is working, but it's supposed to work, right? This is the idea. So if you're wondering where is this coming from, it's coming from over here. If you go to Firestore and then go to settings, and then click on delete user reference, and then you have this preview, and then you have this. If this is a green check to you, then that means that uh, every time you delete the user, it will also delete the collections in the reference that you have. And also another important thing is that you can actually have this check over here. So if a document should be deleted from the collection when a target user is deleted. So in order for this to work, you need also to have this enabled. Great. So I just wanted to explain you what are the default cloud functions, so you're just not wondering what are those. And then you have the send push notification trigger. So send push notification trigger actually is a cloud function to send push notifications to your users. So this is what this cloud function is actually doing, and it says document on create. So it's firing on document create, and it's sending a push notification. Great. So, and then if you go to that was on the Firebase end, and if you go to Flow, there is this new icon called Cloud Function. So if you click over it, you can now here you can actually create your cloud functions, and I'll go into that into deep into that how you can do that right now. Okay, so let's start with a very simple cloud function first, and then we'll go to a little bit more advanced ones. So the first cloud function will say hello world. And if you haven't actually watched my video, I will talk about my video. It's introducing to cloud functions. And I actually was explaining to you guys how you can actually build and deploy cloud functions straight from your computer and using a terminal. So, for me personally, this is still the best way of sending cloud functions at the end of the day. And the reason I'm saying that is because you have like more control, you know what are you doing, and you're just not expecting everything to work out of the blue, out of the magic. I'm talking about this video over here,
Hello, everyone,
uh,
and thanks for choosing.
and it's called Kick Start Your Firebase Cloud Function Journey with Flow Step by Step tutorial. So, like I said, if you haven't watched that video, this is actually a very good. I recommend you to watch it. It's a very good start for even using cloud functions inside Flow. It's a very good start to understand how cloud functions are working, what are the types of cloud functions, and like everything that you need to know about cloud functions. But like I said, you need to click on Cloud Functions, and we'll start with a very simple Cloud Function. And this is actually what we're going to get as a result. So I'll copy that and I'll delete this Cloud Function now. Okay, so I just delete it and I'll just create it. So let me show you how you can create a Cloud Function. You just, of course, click on the add. I don't know why it says this Discord. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So just click on add. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, let me just click again here and click on add again here. Okay, great. So when you click on add, you have those two lines by default. Those two lines are actually importing the packages Firebase functions and packages Firebase admin. So you need both packages in order to push the cloud function. I think you actually need only this one. This is if you want to have like a user access to your database, I think. So sometimes you don't need to actually have a user access to your or access to your database in general. But just keep them, don't delete them. It's good to just have them right there. It's if you're not using them, they will be like in gray. So you see gray, that means that those packages are actually not used. And if you go to the mouse and just hover over it, it says just admin is declared, but its value it's never read. So that's the idea. Okay, great. And let's do that. Like I said, with hello world. Let's just oops. So this is not working now. Yeah, if this is happening to you as well, so if I click over here, you can see both cursors are actually flashing, which means that which one is working. So if I start writing, it's actually I'm going to write in the code, but I want to change the name. So if this is happening to you as well, just click on add parameter and then delete a parameter, and then this will stop flashing, and then click again to cloud function name, and then just write hello world, for example. It's a bug in Featherflow. Unfortunately, I don't know, sometimes it's happened like that. It's not switching actually, because it's supposed to, when you click over here, it's supposed to just switch here, and you should be able to write wherever you want to. Great. And now, before saving the cloud function, you need to actually first deal with the settings. So what I mean by that is that I will actually recommend you to use those settings. Just don't leave default, and I'll just recommend to use 128 megabytes for the memory. And I think if you need more, of course, you can use it, but just keep in mind that the more you use the you need to pay more, right? Because it's every time the cloud function is firing, actually, I think you are paying like for the amount that the cloud function is consuming. So of course, check Firebase payment for more details. But I would recommend you to use 180, and 28. And then if you need the required notification, of course you can enable that, but I don't need it in this case because this is only a hello world. And then you have um, the cloud function region. So in this actually particular thing, you have two possibilities. The first possibility is to choose your own region, and the second possibility is to actually use the flow region, which is US Central. And I'm actually going to use US Central for my particular cloud functions because I think this is the flow one. It should work a little bit better, but this is my assumption. It's not something that I have a definitely proof about it. But we'll try it now. So, and then the last thing that you need to do is just click on this green icon, which is the boilerplate. Just click on it, and then you'll see this boilerplate created or generated for you. And then just click copy editor. So I, to be honest, don't know why they didn't make it like they make it in the uh, custom function. So in the custom functions, you already know that when you're changing the settings, this code actually change in dynamic, and you cannot change this code. And the only thing that you can change is actually between those lines over here when it says write your code below and write your code above. This should be the case. It's a little bit confusing for me when I first start to. You can actually watch my videos when I first start to write cloud functions over here. I was thinking that I need to just write them like I already wrote them in my terminal, but that was not the case. It turned out that you need to follow like a strict like template in order to write your functions, or else it will not work. They will just simply not work. At least for me, they were not working. Great. And then I'm going to paste what I have as my cloud function, and I'm going to save it. So it's only one line. It's called response send hello world. And then I'm going to try to deploy it. So it says already deployed because I have already deployed that cloud function with the same name. So probably let me just try to change the name and try to just write v2, for example. And if I go to the boilerplate right now, it should say v2. You can see it over here. I will not copy the boilerplate because this will delete this line. So I'll just save it now. And now it should say that this is not deployed yet exactly. So you get this, at least I get this kind of error. And it says out of date, which is not very informative, to be honest. And it says unknown error, please contact support for the flow IO. And then I will click deploy, and now this should work actually, and it should deploy. And I'll just cancel that because it takes like a lot of time. Sorry, not cancel it, I mean I will pause that. And while it is actually deploying, I can show you one thing, which is interesting as well. If I now switch to Firebase, even when it's deploying, because you can actually see that this is still deploying, it's not deployed yet. It says in progress. But in order to see that if this is going to successfully deploy, you can actually switch to your Firebase functions and then just refresh the page, and you're going to see this cloud function. So you're going to see hello world version 2 is the one that I just created, and it's there. It is actually there. So if I switch back over here, you can actually see that it's already deployed. And I know that this will, like I said, I know that this is going to work because I saw it in the in functions inside Firebase. If I haven't saw that, then I will for sure know that this will not work. And the cloud function is actually, you can open an address to the cloud function, and this is what I'm getting. Error send bad request status invalid argument, but it's actually deployed. So this was just a demo to show you how you can use the cloud functions and the boilerplate. And there is another thing which is a little bit more complex cloud functions, which are actually using npm packages or node packages. This is JavaScript, so I haven't actually talked about it, but this is not Dart. So there is no one is actually telling you about that, which is a little bit strange for me, but this is actually JavaScript and not a Dart. So in the next section, we're going to talk actually about a little bit more advanced cloud functions using node packages. Great. So let's talk a little bit about a little bit more advanced cloud functions. And like I said, this code is actually a JavaScript code. And you can now officially write in TypeScript and also Python when you're deploying your cloud functions from your computer. So you have three options of languages, but inside Flow, you have only one option, which is JavaScript, and which was actually the case like in most of the time in Firebase. So this is actually a good language to write your cloud functions in them. But I don't expect actually Flow to also allow you to write functions, cloud functions in Python and TypeScript soon. But you can still write them um, in your terminal. So you can write them in your computer and deploy them using your terminal. And I show you at the beginning of the last section that you can use, and you can watch my video in order to know how to deploy your cloud functions from your computer. And because this is JavaScript, so let me just tell you one more thing because this is super important. This over here inside custom code, it's Dart language. And this inside here, inside cloud functions, is JavaScript language. So this is very important. Like I said, keep that in mind. I think this should be like written like with the very big letters because this is low code, no code tool. So people should know what they expect, but unfortunately it's not. It should say here, for example, JavaScript, and here it should say like Dart. I would just do it and just write it. But yeah, if Flow team is watching that. So because this is, like I said, because this is JavaScript, you can actually use npm packages. And what are the npm packages? Npm packages is actually like Dart packages or Flutter packages, but you have like a lot more packages, and is actually like having the possibility to use all kind of packages and different kind of packages. The packages that for some reason, the packages that for some reason, but those packages or npm packages can actually make your app even better, or make them work in general, because there not everything is actually available in Dart. There are like a lot of things available in Flutter packages, but there are like a ton of like ton and ton of npm packages, because npm was like, I don't know, like a more than Flutter for sure. There are like a lot of packages that you can actually use, and you can search for it. So if I search, let's say, for example, Amazon or wherever, you can actually should be able to see all the packages. Yeah, exactly. So you should be able to see all the packages that you can use, and you can actually you should be able to use you should be able to be able to use all the packages out here. So for example, S3 files. So you should be able to stream and select your Amazon bucket folders and files from Amazon using these packages, using this package, for example. So if I click on this package, you can actually see how you can install it. and how you can use it. But in my particular case, I'm going to show you a package which I was trying to use, which is this one. And this package is actually giving you an access. Like I said, you can use any package, but I will just give you an example with this one particular. So this particular package is actually giving you API calls to the products of Amazon. So you can. The idea is that you have access to products of Amazon. And this is actually I tried to do it with Dart, but I was not able to do it. And the only way I was able to do it was using Cloud Functions and Node.js or npm packages. And then this is how you're supposed to do it. Require and then write the package over here, and then of course use the memory, use the region, use the boilerplate like I show you in the previous section, and then you have this over here. So how I'm getting this info is actually this is the name of the package, and you can actually see it over here. This is how you need to inquire to require. Sorry, and this is like a quick start. So every single package is the same with flooded packages as well. You can actually see what is the quick start and how you can use the package. So this is the quick start, and this is the usage actually. So just follow that, and I would recommend you actually when you're using cloud functions inside inside Flow, you can actually write your JavaScript locally. I would do it like that. I would just write my JavaScript locally, and then I'll use Node JS to actually run my file. So because in the end of the day, like I said, this is simple. It's not simple, but this is JavaScript code. So JavaScript code you should be able to write to run locally on your machine. So this is, like I said, how I'm going to do it. Just run it locally. I'm not talking about cloud functions at all. I'm talking about just running this code locally on your machine. And then if this is working, then you can simply just get this part, which is the required part, and then put everything else inside the code part. So let me just show you what I mean. Uh, so so this is the part. This is the code part, and like I said, required. The template will give you this template, and then the required code, not required code, but the code that you need to put is actually this code over here. Like I said, you just need to separate this part, right? This is the first stop part, and this is the second part that you're going to put in your between those commands. And then you can simply deploy it. And actually, before you need deploy it, sorry, I forgot something very important, which is to go to your package JSON. So it's very important when you're inserting node packages like this one that I did. It's very important to actually copy the name of the package and then put it over here and put the version that you want to use. Without doing that, it will actually not work. And how do you know the version? Well, there are two ways you can do that. So first way, go to the package and go to versions, and you can actually see the versions of the package and what is the latest version. This is one way of doing that. Another way of doing that is you can install this package locally. So just run, it's over here. I can just show you what I mean. Just run this npm install Amazon puppy in this case, and this will actually, if you run this in your terminal, this will actually create you JSON file, and you can actually open the JSON file, and you can actually copy and paste what was the name of the package and the version that was used, and then try to deploy it. That's everything to it. try to deploy it. Fortunately, for me, for some reason, it's not working. When I try to deploy it, it's still not working for some reason. Uh, I think this is, I'm pretty sure that this is the way you need to do it. Everything else works great for me. But when I try to use an npm package, for me, for some reason, it's not working. But I hope for you it's working, and let me know in the comments actually below if it's working for you. And yeah, let me know in general if this video was helpful or not. And thank you very much for watching. And before you go, actually, thanks for watching this video, but please help me to
I
reach
just want to say
4,000
that the paid
subscribers.
membership for YouTube is
And
now
when I
open,
reach
so
4,000
you can be a
subscribers,
paid
I
member
actually have a
to my
surprise
YouTube channel,
for
which
every
means a
single
lot.
subscriber
And
that I
thank you very
have.
much for all the
I
people
will
who
shuffle
are
them
right now paid
and I'll do
members
a
to the
live
channel.
session and I'll announce the winner. And what will be the winner? The winner should be a subscribe to the channel, and the price is this one. It's a flow swag actually. I want to give to one of my subscribers. Like I said, it will be a live session when I reach 4,000 subscribers. And this Slack, it's actually have a t-shirt, the same that you see over here. It has stickers and it has a mug. So it's pretty good mug that you can drink your coffee or tea or whatever you like to drink from it. And like I said, I will give this to one of my subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. And also, I'll do a live session. So you should be in the live session when I reach 4,000 subscribers. And I'll just pick from wherever who is subscribed. And it is in the live session. And I pick a winner. So he or she can immediately DM me the address, and I can send this Slack box. So please subscribe to the channel to have a chance to win this amazing Slack box.
I just want to say that the paid membership for YouTube is now open, so you can be a paid member to my YouTube channel, which means a lot. And thank you very much for all the people who are